I'm going to talk about the benefits of something called TUDCA. Okay, what does it stand for? Well, it's a very, very long name for a very specific bile acid. And this type of bile acid has been found to be present in bears. Now, they used to kill a lot of bears just for this bile because it was so valuable. But now they made it synthetically, which seems to work pretty good. And they don't have to kill the bears anymore, which is a good thing. But this treatment, using this very specific bile acid, has been used for hundreds of years in Asia. It's been used by the American Indians for various purposes. It's used for treating gallstones, because a gallstone is a lack of bile, and it's a super concentrated cholesterol stone that can be dissolved when you add more bile. Also, this type of bile acid is used for liver cirrhosis because it inhibits fibrosis, which is scarring of the liver. So anyway, it's a really great ingredient for a lot of different things, especially if you tried everything and nothing's worked. Try this because it's very, very effective at a lot of different conditions. Let's just talk about what it can do. It can help you thin your bile. Many people have a situation where their bile is too thick, and they might not develop a stone, but they have a lot of pain in the right lower quadrant of their abdomen. So they have a lot of congestion, bloating, and that can create pancreatitis. It can create a whole bunch of issues because the bile then backs up into the liver, and it's a detergent. So it's very, very irritating to the liver tissue, and that can cause pain and shoot up to your right shoulder blade and up to the neck and create headaches, create a whole bunch of problems. Now, also realize that where the liver is located on the right side, when it gets backed up, it can put pressure on the heart. It can put pressure on your lungs, so it can affect breathing. It can affect the heart. It can create palpitations and even arrhythmias by having the liver being a little bit too swollen, and because there's just not enough space in that area. So there's a lot of benefits to the heart by taking this TUDCA. Now, some of you are going to ask me, what type of brand should I buy, whatever. Well, I'm not going to recommend a certain brand. That's up to you to do that research, because I can't get involved with trying to figure out what the quality is and regulate them, because if I recommend a certain product and then they change the formula. So you just have to do your own research on that. But I recommend the dosage to start out. If you have a major problem, take 2 on an empty stomach in the morning and take 2 in the afternoon on an empty stomach. But if you take it with food, it's going to help you digest the food. All right, number 2, there's been a lot of research in the past and ongoing research on the eyes, on retinal degenerative disease, on various problems with the eye, on improving visual acuity. Why? Because bile helps you break down and absorb vitamin A. And there's a lot of other reasons why it helps the eye as well. Number 3, it's been shown to improve symptoms of Parkinson's disease. Why? Because it's neuroprotective. It seems to help the neurons in your brain. It also has shown positive effects on ALS. That is a certain autoimmune disease. Okay, so if you have ALS, you should be taking TUDCA. Number 5, it's shown benefits of not just preventing a stroke, but also repairing the damage of a stroke because it's neuroprotective in your brain. All right, number 6, it's good for spasms. Number 7, it can reduce fevers. Number 8, it can improve your eyesight, which I mentioned previously. Number 9, it prevents something called apoptosis, which is programmed cell death caused by a stressed mitochondria. So in other words, TUDCA helps to stabilize the mitochondria, and it prevents this programmed cell death. Very, very powerful. Number 10, it has very good anti-inflammatory effects, especially of the liver. So if you have any liver problem like cirrhosis, hepatitis, or a fatty liver, this would be a good thing to take. Number 11, it can decrease fibrosis, which is very cool. Number 12, it protects the brain. I already mentioned that. And it can decrease plaquing of those beta amyloid plaques in the brain. Very cool. 13, it can support insulin sensitivity. So if you have insulin resistance, it can help with that condition. It can make insulin more sensitive. So for a diabetic, It's really good stuff. Number 14, it supports the gut lining. If you have leaky gut or there's some permeability issues where there's food that's getting into the pores of your intestine, this would be a good thing to support that condition, especially if you have like inflammation of the colon itself. And number 15, it helps protect the kidney. So as you can see, it does a lot of things, and I just scratched the surface. So anyway, I just wanted to bring your awareness up of this great tool in helping various conditions. I've mentioned it in other videos, but I just wanted to create a separate video just on this one very cool bile acid. Hey, before you go real quick, I have a course entitled How to Bulletproof Your Immune System. It's a free course. I want you to take it. And here's why. Here's you. Here is your environment. Everyone is focused on this over here, avoiding your environment. But what about here? What about strengthening your immune system? That's what's missing. This course will show you how to bulletproof yourself, and so you can tolerate and resist your environment much better by strengthening your own immune system. I put a link down in the description right down below. Check it out and get signed up today.